Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. Please hit the like button, and if you're feeling adventurous, hit the subscribe button if you're new to me. Right, so the Jason Arday saga and drama. Right, I'm going to keep this one short because I'm not just going to repeat everything that other people have already said. We all know the script. But I want to talk to you about plagiarism in general. Right, so I've been to university myself and I've done an honours degree, and to cut a long story short, right, plagiarism in universities is very simple to detect. In order for me to get my degree, I had to submit my dissertation through an online service. Now the one I used was called Turnitin, right, so you're turning your work in to be scrutinised basically. Now there are other services, I don't know what they're called, right, but these things are not a secret, right, and that's for my benefit so that I can look at what sections of my work are similar or identical to another academic's work, so that either if I've used a direct quote and I haven't put in a citation, then I need to put in the appropriate relevant citation that can be traced back to that academic's paper, and it's got to be in the right format and things like that. Or if I've lifted a passage or something, then I've got to break that up and I have to explain in my own words like how that relates to what I'm talking about and things like that. So in general, right, you really don't get away with like what that Jason Arday done. If you watch the black belt barrister's video, he lifted like a full paragraph that was identical word for word to another academic's work that had been published previously. That just is not on. A university will not accept that. They just won't accept it. That is blatant, plain as day plagiarism. And if you submit that having put it through a checker, which you have to do, then you are guilty of plagiarism, and you sign a declaration before you submit your work saying that you understand what plagiarism is and that you won't do it. Because what you're doing is you're basically lifting someone else's work verbatim and try to pass it off as your own. You cannot get an academic qualification by doing that, because you're not putting any of your own thought, any of your own scrutiny, you're not analysing it, you're not trying to understand it, you're just basically copying someone else's work, and that's not on. And the university themselves, they will have checked that like thoroughly. They will have done, like I can tell you now, they will have done. Right, you do not get awarded an academic qualification in one of these institutions without them checking it, and any lecturer worth their salt would know right away. Any of his higher up professors that awarded him the PhD, they would know instantly that was plagiarised. So looking at the black belt barrister's video, it's obvious that he's taken chunks of other people's work and just passed it off as his own. So I'm sorry, that is plagiarism. He is guilty of plagiarism, and that should have been flagged before his final draft was accepted. And because it wasn't, he was awarded a qualification on the back of plagiarism basically. So he is guilty of plagiarism, and he should not have been given his PhD, and it should be revoked. It's as simple as that. Thanks for watching.